Okay, so today's class we're going to look at 3.12, which is sales tax, GST, basic income tax, and then 3.13, which is property tax. So provincial and federal governments, they collect taxes by means of sales tax, GST, and income tax to pay for services. Some services we receive include like the RCMP, Armed Forces, research, construction, maintenance of highways, and education. So there's two methods we're going to use to calculate taxes, the ratio method and the formula method, which we can see is just percent times the dollar amount. The percent will always change to decimal. So let's look at our first example. In one Canadian province, the sales tax is set at 7%. What is A, the sales tax on an item priced at $54, and B, the total cost of the item without the GST added on? All right, so we'll look at our ratio method, which is set up here. $54 is the 100%. What would be the amount for 7%? All right, so you can use the cross multiplication method here to solve for x. Okay, so solving for x, then we can just use cross multiplication. So 54 times 7, and then we'll divide by 100. That gives me x is equal to $3.78. All right, that's the sales tax. Then we need to figure out the total cost. The total cost would be total here. We would get $54 plus the $3.78, which gives us $57.78. All right, so same problem can be done using this formula method. Percent as a decimal is 0.07. The dollar amount is $54. All right, so we'll just multiply that and we get $3.78. And then add that on to the original price, which is $54. And our total is $57.78. All right, so for this example, it says to calculate the sales tax payable on $45 worth of goods if the current rate is 7%. All right, so we're just calculating the tax. I think it was shown like this. So we just have to multiply the percent, put it into decimal form. So 0.07, and we're just going to multiply by 45, and that gives us $3.15. So that is the sales tax. Right? It doesn't ask us to calculate the total, just the sales tax. So $3.15 is the sales tax payable on $45 worth of goods at a rate of 7%. All right, so let's take a look at this example here. If a person spends $26.50 on gasoline, how much of this is A, paid to the government if the government gets 32% of this, and B, paid to the oil company and its dealers if they get the rest of the money? All right, so we're just going to take the 32%, which is 0.32, and multiply it by 26.50, which gives us so $8.48. All right, and then paid to the oil company, so we can take the original amount, which was 26.50, and we can just subtract the 8.48, which gives me $18.02. The other way you could have done this is just 100% minus 32. That means 68% is going to the oil company. So you could have just done 0.68. That's the percent. Multiplied it by 26.50. which will also give you the same answer of $18.02. Next, we're looking at property taxes. So these are the main source of revenue for towns and cities, and the taxes collected are used to, for example, pay for police force, firefighters, public and separate education, snow removal, water and sewer treatment, garbage collection, and many other services. The amount of property tax paid depends upon the assessment of a person's property multiplied by the mill rate. Okay. Property taxes are paid in one lump sum, then they're divided so that both the city council and the school boards get their share. So we'll take a look at an example here. So the example, a tax assessor assesses a home at $63,500. If the city council tax rate is 18 mils and the school tax rate is 14 mils, we need to calculate A, the amount of tax paid to the city council, and B, the amount of taxes paid to the school board, and then C, the total tax paid by this individual. So one thing to keep in mind here is a mil is 1/1000th of a dollar, all right, not 1/100. So if we're looking at 18 mils, it's actually 0.018. So 18, we're moving the decimal place 3 to the left. So 1, 2, 3 to give us the 0.018. Same thing. Oh, sorry, 14 mils. I did a typo there. So 14, not 44. All right, so same thing. 1, 2, 3, decimal goes there. 0.014. Okay, so let's do the calculation for the city tax. So our mill rate is going to be 0.018, and then the assessment of that house is 63,500. So we just multiply that out, and we get 1,143. All right, and then the school tax, it's the mill rate of 0.014 and multiplied by the assessment, 63,500, and that gives us a tax of 889. All right, and then we have to calculate the total tax. So the total tax, we're just going to add those two amounts. So 1,143 plus the 889, which gives me a total tax of $2,032. All right, our next example, $3,000 in taxes is paid on land assessed at $120,000. We need to calculate the mill rate. All right, so we know our taxes are $3,000. Mill rate is what we're going to solve for. I'll just put it as X. And the assessment is on $120,000. So we're solving for X. So we just have to divide by 120,000, both sides. All right, which gives us our value for X. Okay, so we should get 0.025. All right, and then if we're putting it into the mils or the mill rate, just move your decimal place 3 to the right, so 1, 2, 3, which gives me 25 mils. All right, so the mill rate is 25 mils. All right, so for this question, we know that our mill rate is 18, so our mill rate is 0.018, and the house is 85,000, so we just have to multiply that out, and you should get total tax payable is $1,530. Okay, so what is the assessed value of a home if the taxes are $850 and the mill rate is 32? All right, so taxes are 850. Mill rate is 32, which is 0.032. And then assessment is what we're trying to solve for. I'll just call that x. All right, so to solve for x, we need to divide by 0.032 on both sides. All right, and that gives me x is equal to 26,562.50. All right, so that would be the assessed value of the home. When the mill rate is 32, the taxes were $850.